The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me,
Admiral
discreetly,
Logan,
what
the
the...
local barracks can provide
How?
support.
I'll make the order myself.
If they're strong enough to wipe out
Nearest
cities,
anti-Xeno
how do
squad,
you
though,
expect the
is
security
off-world.
guards to
Gonna
contain
take
them
a while to
discreetly?
bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Okay, let's go. Up, up, up. You know, I'm a bit of a rush, guys. Could you get out of the way?
You! The EM rifle, grab it!
That's it.
Okay.
Now!
Now hit him with everything you got. We're trying to help you.
No, don't kill him.
Got you.
Okay, that works. Good incapacitation.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting.
We tried to restrain them, but some of the other officers down there.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorph. It affects everyone. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna... I'm not suggesting. The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. And some lose control all. Those cases, you'll either...
Let's hustle.
Let's do it.
That's unlocked.
I'm sure it wouldn't be that huge of an issue, right? Psh. Should have bought more ammo for my gun. Guess we'll see how it goes. Got to buy ammo.
My God, no time to waste, Captain. Boots in the dirt.
Has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
Give me a moment. Hello, Terramorph. How are the rest not doing any damage to it? Okay, calm. I need you to calm your titties. What? Can I not get up there? Gatling gun, can I have that? Give me all that shit. Hello.
Our experts. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
You know, if you could speak faster, that'd be great. So thank you. I could use all that, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need way more ammo. Oh well. Make do with what I can. Hello. Ah, I'm hallucinating.
There it is, oh God. Captain, you're going to be okay. It's not real.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm fine.
It's not real. We have to put down that floor.
I'm alright.
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
Screw you, bro. Bro, stop shouting at me. I'll kill you. It's pretty lame. There you go.
You can't.
Honestly, it's not that scary.
It's too strong.
Ah,
Give
go
up
away.
now.
I've got enough voices in my head. I don't need more. Oh, my legs. Hello. Bye-bye. Oh, and I just ran out of ammo. Good stuff.
Nice work, Captain.
The rest of the city is safe, thanks to us. You deserve whatever accolades you have coming.
Hell yeah.
Like a chance.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two.
Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Let's put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it.
This is a cliche thing to say.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have... Take care of yourselves.
Okay, I just wish that there was all my ammo for me, because holy shit, I'm already out of all the ammo I have.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
All in a day's work, right guys? Love stopping alien invasions.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should
Heroes
discuss.
were minted down at that spaceport. And that includes
Captain?
you.
Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep, thank you.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be.
That's very true.
There's also no diplomat alive.
Also, John Starfield has a way of words,
a cadre of terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous.
Who knew? Went
They
from
want
combat
you.
medic to terramorph diplomat.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So,
Yay!
will you help us?
Citizenship.
It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us.
Oh, really
we
sucking
can
your own
open
dick
that
in,
door.
aren't you? Goddamn. Okay,
I'm glad to hear it.
why not?
Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
You've got the Cabinet's full backing to
I'm gonna
prevent
go
more
check in
attacks.
with Chief Engineer
Understand?
Carney. Start
There are
getting a
so
plan
many
together
different
for that
groups
data.
across the settled systems, it's hard to keep up with all the work they're doing.
Okay.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Why did I stay?
They are dedicated in their cause. This is rare and admirable, I think. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
I see that.
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds. Fun is not a consideration. I am not saying I am incapable of it, it just should never be a priority over other things. When I first came
Fun's
to
always
New
my priority.
Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. There is no struggle to survive here. No great risk in daily life. I'm sure you have seen for yourself. Hostile environments, dangerous creatures, not to mention the threats posed by other humans. None of that touches. You believe I am too quick to judge. Perhaps that is so. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I am not asking for pity. I have done what is necessary to bear my burdens, and it has led me here. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existent. They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our value. My time in the settled... It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we...
Me too, Jojo.
What is it? Indeed I do. You do not need to ask. I hope that was... Back to it then.
Pardon?
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
It's me. Hello.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar
Nice
Affairs.
Bob.
I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Uh-huh.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Okay.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't. Now, I'll provide guidance on... And I do mean... Though
I'm such a comedian,
doesn't mean
haha.
we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador... The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and
Radcliffe,
her only
like
goal in
Daniel
life
Radcliffe?
is to make ours miserable.
That's Harry Potter.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is use your experiences, and who knows, but my... Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be... UC Intelligence has a recording device planted, but getting caught trespassing is a quick... So, if you are going to try and act... Now, but there's also a disgruntled... Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than... He works closely with the ambassador. And someone... All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Huh.
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the Great Serpent in the Sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
Yes, just like us. How magnanimous of you.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare.
I felt pretty passive-aggressive.
It's been several years now since
The hell was
he
that,
last
Andretta?
poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish. The embassy is still legally House Varun sovereign territory, so we're not technically... We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but we're quite sure he hasn't left the city.
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't.
I have no doubt.
Now, Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already I'd suggest be smart out there.
Alright. Gonna use my charms and my wits.
Daddy?
Did you say howdy? Who the hell says howdy in space? What are you, space cowboy?
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Thank you, ma'am. Yo, that's a crazy hat. This guy took Navy too seriously.
You're entering Freestar sovereign territory.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference room.
I do what I want, bitch.
Terrorors, as in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint.
Damn, where were you guys?
I received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Yes.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby. I'm sorry. Do you have an... Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Nuh-uh. Please, please, pretty please. Why? What the?
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit?
Can you shut the
Really
and listen to me?
All right, I will. I'm listening. You know that for sure. That is interesting.
God damn, your face is ugly.
No one does, Captain. The only question is how to do it. I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. Well, Captain, you make some good points.
You're just stupid.
But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go
no
in
shit.
once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Okay.
Excellent. Follow me.
You a asshole, so I'm gonna take all your shit. Hehehe. She's gonna come back and be like, "Where's all my stuff?" I'm so devious.
They tell me it should only take a moment.
She's gonna be like, my collection of useless shit ready to go.
And there.
Oh no.
Don't make me regret this, Captain.
Gimme.
It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights.
Okay.
Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Let's get going. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna need to get more ammo. Wait, was the gun store at the residential district or? I can't remember. Okay, I think this was a.
Just doesn't add up.
I think I can sell shit here. Hey, hello.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained. Welcome to UC. Oh, well, sir.